I went on that trip to the Philippines as an American, but I came back as a Filipino.
Oh, snap, that is so big, man. This sentence is incredible. So I was sent and asked to react to a video called This Filipino-American Hated Being Filipino Until This Happened. So I have accepted to react to this video because I thought that this was so unusual. I have not yet met a Filipino that isn't proud of being Filipino. The first thing that you notice about Filipinos usually is that they are extremely proud to be Filipino. They are proud people. So of course I was gonna think that this is strange. Like, I would like to know why this guy was not proud of being Filipino. And here clearly he is Filipino-American, so he's got an American side, but he's half Filipino. So this does not make any sense to me, and we are going to figure it out together. But before we start, maligayang pagbabalik sa akin channel. Ako po si Ovela. I'm a sound engineer, beatmaker, and content creator on YouTube. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. San Diego, California. Okay.
Growing up, I really didn't like being Filipino. I didn't. I wasn't proud to be Filipino. I didn't have any reason to be proud. Straight up.
See, this is so freaking odd, man. He did not have any reason to be proud, meaning that when he was young, he did not see any benefits to be Filipino. Okay. Tony Olaes, creator and of the Filipino story. Is that him? Is his name Tony Olaes?
I wanted to be Hawaiian in high school. I wanted to be Hawaiian.
Hawaiian?
Because everybody loved Hawaii. They didn't talk about the Philippines, and when they did talk about the Philippines, it was not good. You know, kidnappings in the Philippines, poverty, corruption, and you're like, why would I want to be a part of that?
Jeepney.
And then those immigrants would come, and the jokes came. It's like, oh, they're a bunch of fobs, fresh off the boat. So growing up, I never really wanted to be Filipino. It didn't change until I was over 40.
I get it. I get it. When you are a kid, you are very impressionable. So when you hear like terrible stories about your country, you know, that you don't live in, right? Or a country where you are from, where you are partly from, you know, you see it in a bad light. So it is very understandable. So I guess when he grew up and he started learning more and more about his country, right? I think that's how his judgment kind of shifted about the Philippines. Or perhaps, like, okay, we haven't finished the video, but I'm wondering if his parents took him to the Philippines as a kid, you know? Because I think if he had taken him as a kid to the Philippines, I think he would have loved the Philippines, you know? Because he would have met so many nice Filipinos and he would have had fun with Filipino kids, you know, his own age and everything. So even when you're at any age, before judging a country or even a person, look, if it's a person, just talk to the person, get to know them first before judging them. And a country, travel to the country before making your mind up about the country, you know what I'm saying?
Before that, it was all business. It was all making money. That's who I was. But it happened 16, 17 years ago and really saw the Philippines. That's where it all changed.
Okay, there you go.
Walking through those slums, feeling what I felt. You know, I just felt their pain.
There you go.
And I felt their joy. And I'm just like...
There you go. He had to go to the Philippines to experience the country and the people and see what they went through and to see that they are resilient. Filipinos are so resilient. Even though they don't have much, some of them, they're still happy and smiling.
What hell is that? How do you feel pain and how do you feel joy? What the hell is
They're
this
incredible.
thing going on in my heart? I never felt that in my life before. These are like strangers. These were supposed to be the bad.
It's true. He is right. In the span of a few seconds, you know, you can feel so much sadness for their situation. And as soon as you see them smile and open their mouths to say something positive, you know, or even just invite you to their homes to give you whatever they have, all of a sudden you feel joy, you know? So I completely understand the people who feel confused about that, you know? Because it's like, how is that even possible? How is it possible that there is so much joy and happiness in this kind of setting, you know?
People that made me look bad. These were supposed to be the kidnappers. And I'm the guy who walks in there who has everything. And I walked out of there with something more. And instead of me giving them something, they gave me something back.
Beautiful,
I felt something in
beautiful.
my heart. I felt this connection. And it was pure.
Yeah.
There's this like thing that I was feeling about.
This happened to me, guys. Not to the same extent, but I felt something in the Philippines. And actually, today I made it official. So I bought my ticket back to the Philippines. I will be back to the Philippines in November 1st. So yeah, there you go. For 6 months, guys. I'm going to be living in the Philippines for 6 months. And hopefully later on, forever. Okay, moving to the Philippines. So I completely agree. I was literally touched by Filipinos. Not literally as in touched like this, but you know what I'm saying. By Filipinos and the Philippines. There is something about the Philippines, you know.
Them, and I could never explain what it was, but it made me happy.
Yeah.
And it made me feel good. It's
Preach.
It was the day I became Filipino. It
Wow.
was the day I
Wow.
felt them and they felt me.
That is huge. Did you hear what he said? I mean, the dude is literally born half Filipino, so he has Filipino blood, but he never felt Filipino, not until he went to the Philippines. That's where he actually felt like he became Filipino. That is crazy. But I get it. I understand, you know?
I went on that trip to the Philippines as an American, but I came back as a Filipino.
Oh, snap. That is so big, man. This sentence is incredible. He left as an American. He came back as a Filipino. This is, holy moly, this is the effect that that country has on people. And it's not just on Filipinos. It doesn't have that effect on just Filipinos. Even foreigners. I am telling you, man, there are so many people that have that just went to visit the Philippines and just stayed there. Just because it's that awesome, man.
That was the biggest gift
It's magical.
that I could ever have. I fell in love with the people.
There you go.
And I fell in love with a country that I never knew. And it came back and it lived right there.
Yeah, boy.
And I said, our people need to know. My cousins need to know. My friends need to know. And that's really where I was on a mission.
Do they need to know, though? That is a good question. I mean, and I'm saying this, yes, the world needs to know how amazing Filipinos and the Philippines is, right? But do we want more people to go to the Philippines, you know, to flock to the Philippines? Because I'm saying this just because when I went to the Philippines and visited Siargao and El Nido, my favorite part was when I was far away from foreigners, you know, when I was with the locals. That's what I'm trying to get at, meaning that if there are too many foreigners in the Philippines, I don't think that I will be enjoying myself that much. I'll just have to find spots in the Philippines where there aren't that many foreigners, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because, and I have nothing against foreigners, it's just that foreigners, when they go to the Philippines, is to have fun, you know, to party, woo woo woo, and stuff, especially in the islands. But I'm not like that. I'm not there to party. I'm there to to enjoy the country, to enjoy nature and Filipinos, to hang out with Filipinos, you know?
To tell the truth. And that's kind of where I'm at today.
That was great! The making of the Filipino story, an animated series.
The Filipino story is a
Wait.
cliff note version of what I wanted to know
This looks familiar. I feel like someone told me about this before.
about my own people and this country called the Philippines, where I've encapsulated everything
I see.
that I feel in my heart as a Filipino. Our goal is
That's why at the beginning it said video creator or something like that, because he is right now creating a video about the Philippines. Okay.
to move, touch, and inspire a Filipino audience to realize our true greatness as a people. And they could finish it with clarity, knowing, oh my God, I'm a Filipino. Now I know where I come from. Now I know what happened. And oh my God, it moves my heart. I'm not just Phil-Am. I'm Filipino. And when I thought there were two types of Filipino, a Phil-Am and a Filipino,
I'm not just Phil-Am, I'm Filipino. Huh? You are Phil-Am. I mean, it's not because you went to the Philippines and discovered your Filipino roots that you're not Phil-Am anymore, right? Because he's still American as well. I'm not sure I understand what he meant there.
there's only one. And as much as I made fun of the immigrants that came and called them boat people, we're one people on the same journey, on the same boat. And I know that now. And that boat is how we're gonna get to greatness again.
It's how we're gonna get to greatness again. Just him saying that sentence, it implicates that he does not think there is greatness in the Philippines. I'm not sure what he means by that again. I feel like the Philippines is already a great country. Because of its people, it's already great. You know, yes, it can improve, that's for sure, you know. It can progress, and it is already progressing.
I'd love for people to come on this boat with us. If they're yearning to understand who they are, what happened, join us, because we're here to tell that. Finally, and I'm doing this for my kids. I want my kids to know, and I want my kids' kids to know that they come
So pretty.
from a great land, a great people. If you're one of those people, join us. Just join us, because you're gonna realize at the end of the day, we're all on the same boat. And the boat's gonna get stronger, and it's gonna get faster to the destination we wanna get to if everybody just hops on. That's all we're asking. It's gonna be a fun ride. It's gonna be a beautiful ride, I promise you.
All right. So this feels like a promotional video, you know, and through it, he was telling his story. Okay, well, I wish them the best of luck with this endeavor, you know. But, you know, that's why I reacted to this video. It sounded very strange to me that a Filipino was not proud of his Filipino roots, because I've been reacting and talking to Filipinos for 8 years almost now, and I don't think that I have ever encountered a Filipino that was not proud of their identity, their flag, their soil, their country. No, I have not. That's why I thought that this was so strange, and I needed to know the story. And I feel like he barely touched, you know, whatever he was feeling in his heart. You know, I would have loved him to go more in depth, but these types of people exist, and they are usually immigrants. You know, for instance, I'm Algerian. I'm 100% Algerian, meaning that both of my parents are Algerian. And I lived a good portion of my life in Algeria. Not the longest portion of my life. The longest portion of my life, I lived it here in Canada. Although I am hoping that eventually the longest portion of my life will be lived in the Philippines. And with all honesty, My country of origin, right, is Algeria, and I am proud of it, but it doesn't mean that I agree with everything that they do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not born in Canada. I became a Canadian citizen, and I am proud of being a Canadian citizen. And eventually, you know, I will be proud to live in the Philippines, and who knows, maybe marry a Filipina. Who knows? We will see. And perhaps even become Filipino at some point if they accept that I have 2 prior citizenships. I don't know. And I will be proud of being a Filipino. But I do believe that it's people like him who are born, who have like one foot in a country and the other foot in another country, that struggle the most with identity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, let me know in the comment section below your thoughts about this, especially if you can relate to him because you're half and half, you know? Maraming salamat po. And of course, if you found value in this video, do not hesitate to check out my other reaction videos right here.